There's an old saying that's been making the rounds lately, and situations like this keep proving why it has stood the test of time. No one is bigger than the program. No matter how valuable someone is, how much they contribute, or how important they believe they are to the success of a project, the moment they start thinking the entire operation can't function without them, that's usually when problems begin. We've seen that lesson play out time and time again in sports, entertainment, and business. Personalities come and go, companies evolve, and organizations keep moving forward. Whether you agree or disagree with how everything unfolded here, this situation serves as another reminder of why that phrase continues.
No, Gilbert!
I tell you everything them niggas was saying while you wasn't there, Gil. There was a lot of snickering going on, man. I recorded some of that shit too, man. I tell you. You know how I am. You know my phone full of shit.
They said, man, everybody.
What we're about to dive into is a perfect example of what can happen when people begin believing they're bigger than the platform that helped put them in the spotlight. Once the attention starts rolling in and the internet begins praising everything you do, it's easy to convince yourself that you're the reason the entire operation succeeds. Before long, that confidence can turn into the belief that the show simply can't function without you. That's exactly what this conversation is about. The cast of Gills Arena. In one of my previous videos, we covered the heated confrontation between Kenyon Martin and Rashad McCants. The situation became so tense that Josiah Johnson eventually got up and walked off the set. As he headed out, he signed off by saying, "This has been another episode of Gills Arena, presented by Underdog. And if I don't see you again on this couch, good afternoon, good evening, and good night." After Josiah's departure, Brandon Jennings took over hosting duties and opened the show by saying, "Welcome back to Gills Arena, presented by Underdog. I'm Brandon Jennings, and I'll be your host this evening." From the outside looking in, it was clear that things weren't getting off to the smoothest start. Now, over the past 24 to 48 hours, even more information has surfaced, and it's completely reshaped the conversation. New details have started coming out that pull back the curtain on what was happening behind the scenes, answering many of the questions fans have been asking ever since the split. So, let's start with Nick Young. He wasn't actually present for that final episode. His picture was sitting on the couch instead. But he recently broke his silence and shared an update of his
Big dog, Gilbert! You hiring still? Hey, man, all that shit I said about you getting fired, man, it's water under the bridge. It never happened. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I'm with you, baby. Hey, you still hiring, right? Because ain't no jobs opportunity over here, they said. They said, man, everybody gone. They fired the dog. You know the little dog Brandon used to bring? They told Brandon and that little dog to get up. McCants got fired with the whole Underdog outfit on. I said, damn, they firing niggas as mascots? The niggas that be sucking, they fire niggas that be sucking. Nah. Niggas can't live like this, man.
It sounds like the Gills Arena fallout has become less about one disagreement and more about how different people viewed loyalty, leverage, and ownership behind the scenes. Gilbert Arenas has consistently framed the situation as a business dispute. From his perspective, the problem started after new management stepped in, changed the show's direction, negotiated with cast members individually, and made decisions he disagreed with. Throughout his interviews, he's emphasized that he retained the rights to the Gills Arena brand and believes that gave him the leverage to walk away and rebuild elsewhere. On the other side, the former cast members have responded in different ways. Rashad McCants has mostly posted cryptic messages rather than offering a detailed explanation, which has left fans interpreting his posts instead of hearing a clear timeline from him. That uncertainty has fueled even more speculation online. Nick Young's "Underdog woke up and chose violence" comment reflected the mood many fans felt, that the split had become public and personal rather than just another contract negotiation. Whether it was meant as a joke or not, it highlighted how fractured the relationship had become. One of the biggest unanswered questions is still Skip Bayless. If Gill is rebuilding at Playmaker, while Underdog has moved away from its original content strategy, it remains unclear whether Skip becomes the centerpiece of any future sports content, or whether Underdog shifts its focus entirely away from long-form shows. Looking at everything that's happened, the broader takeaway is the same lesson we've seen across sports and entertainment. Successful shows rely on chemistry as much as star power. When business negotiations, contract disputes, and personal relationships collide, even a highly successful program can unravel quickly. Now the attention shifts to Gill's new version of Gills Arena. That's where fans will really judge whether the show's success was primarily tied to Gill himself, the original cast chemistry, or the combination of both. If the new lineup clicks, it will strengthen Gill's argument. If it struggles, it will suggest the original group contributed more than many people realized. Either way, once the new show officially launches, expect plenty of references to the split. And if Rashad McCants eventually gives a full interview rather than
going on, man. I recorded some of that shit too, man. I tell you. You know how I am. You know my phone full of shit. They was talking shit about you, Gil.
Wow. Wow.
Don't hire none of them motherfuckers, Gil.
Whoa.
Don't hire none of them motherfuckers, Gil. I'm putting my face on. Don't hire none of them motherfuckers, Gil. They were talking all type of shit about you, man. Fuck them niggas, man. You see what Ken did to me? Don't hire them motherfuckers, man. You see what he did to me on camera? Huh? That shit wasn't cool. You better not hire that nigga. Now chop this shit up.
That laugh is something else. It honestly sounds like it belongs to a movie villain, and it only adds another layer to everything that's been unfolding. Now, Suge is someone we've already discussed on this channel. A few months ago, we covered the situation involving him and Kenyon Martin. During that exchange, Kenyon confronted Suge on camera over comments Suge had previously made about his stutter. Interestingly, those remarks were made before Suge had even joined the show or really gotten to know Kenyon. Even so, Kenyon chose to wait until the crew returned from their break before addressing it. Instead of handling the issue privately, he brought it up on the first episode back, calling Suge out in front of everyone and making it clear he didn't appreciate what had been said. Now the story has taken another turn. While Gilbert Arenas was live reading paid comments from viewers, Suge jumped into the conversation with a new claim. According to Suge, he has messages on his phone involving Rashad McCants and Kenyon Martin. He suggested those conversations sounded more like something an HR department would be dealing with than private discussions between teammates. He also implied that certain conversations were taking place behind Gilbert's back. If that's true, it creates an interesting contradiction. After people publicly criticized others for allegedly talking behind someone's back, it would be ironic if similar conversations were happening within the group. That said, these remain allegations. Unless those messages are actually released, there's no way to independently verify what was said or understand the full context. Situations like this also remind us that the public version of people isn't always the same as what happens behind the scenes. Fans know these personalities for what they accomplished on the basketball court, but business partnerships, friendships, and workplace disagreements often reveal a different side that the audience never gets to see. If Suge's claims are accurate, though, it becomes even harder to imagine this group ever reuniting on the same couch. At this stage, the relationships appear far too damaged for that to happen anytime soon. Meanwhile, Gilbert seems focused on moving forward. His attention appears to be on launching the next version of Gills Arena and building a new lineup rather than looking back. But as more people begin sharing their perspectives, there's a good chance additional details will continue to surface. That's usually how these public disputes play out. One person speaks, another responds, and fans are left trying to piece together multiple versions of the same events. One thing this entire situation has made clear is how quickly success in digital media can change expectations. Viral clips, strong viewership, and growing audiences can sometimes make personalities believe they're bigger than the platform itself. But history has shown that successful shows aren't built on money alone.
Chemistry, trust, consistency, and a shared vision are just as important. Underdog may have significant financial backing, but funding by itself doesn't guarantee successful sports shows. If it were that simple, every company could recreate the same success overnight. Gilbert helped build an audience around Gills Arena, and replacing the chemistry that originally connected with viewers was always going to be a difficult task. For now, though, we're still waiting to see how everything unfolds. Once the new version of Gills Arena officially launches and more people continue sharing their perspectives, we'll have a much clearer understanding of where everyone stands. Until then, that's the latest on the situation. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.